What's up, guys? It's your boy Lewis Torres again, and today we're going to try out the Reed Smith MT15. And, listen, I've been playing guitar for years, took a huge hiatus from playing just because I focused on school, focused on my career on Wall Street, then retired and decided to start my photography business. Then I had to focus on building that, and eventually got back into playing again. That being said, throughout all those years, you know what band I seriously disliked? Creed. What the fuck is Creed? Once that one song with Eyes Wide Open came out, I was just like, son, are you kidding me right now? This is the shit they're playing? I don't even need to play my guitar anymore. Like, why? Why bother? Everyone's listening to, what's his name? Stapp? Is it Stapp? I don't know, whatever that born-again Christian dude's name is. But I remember years ago, someone mentioning Mark Tremonti. Whatever, dude. Who cares? Then, suddenly, there's this amp called the MT15. And it started making its rounds, and I'm like, oh, that's that guy from Creed. Crazy? Who gives a shit? Creed with eyes wide open. Fuck out of here. Crazy right now, dude? Come on, son. Come on. Come on, son. And I knew when this amp came out, I was just like, well, let's see what he used to play. And he used to actually play a Mesa Rectifier, which, I'm sorry, dude, go to YouTube and just go to YouTube and just type in Creed top 10 songs. Dude, this video's top 10 Creed songs, top 20 Creed songs, top 50 Creed songs, whatever. Listen to them. There is no reason for that dude to be using a Mesa Rectifier. I'm sorry. Go use, not that it's go use a Marshall. Go use a Marshall JCM 800. I just think that the style that he plays doesn't warrant that amp, So, but the guy plays Reed Smith guitars. Okay. Then I started to hear that it chugs. Stop it right now. That thing can't possibly chug. The guy was in Creed. We're talking about Creed. It might as well be Nickelback. That's how I look at it. It's just one of those genres that I'm just like, falling asleep. Like, it's not my style. Not something that I listen to. If I listen to the radio and it comes on, I'm not going to be that jerk that's just like, change the shit now. If people are there, all right, whatever, listen to Creed. But I'm telling you that enough dudes who are incredible guitarists, they're like, legit, seriously, the MT15 is insane. So whatever, so I almost used it at the local shop right by me, just, maybe 2 months ago. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll go in there one day and play it, and didn't get the chance, someone else bought it. Then they had another one, but it was new, and I'm like, why even bother playing it? If it's new, none of this is new. None of it. I try to buy things used, secondary market. It's cheaper. It's a head. No one's going to take it and throw it outside their backyard window. So, I'll wait. So this one guy, Alex, who's in a band called Trigger Pig, was getting rid of his. And so I did some more research online, and same thing, dude. Like, all these guys were kind of just talking about how amazing it is, and all I kept reading is how it's a 15 watt, but it seems much louder. And I'm like, I don't know what seems much louder means. It's either loud or it's not. It's either a bedroom amp or it's not. So I watched a video with the designer of the MT15, and he mentioned that it's designed based around a 50 watt. So it literally, and he says in his interview, he said, all I need is about 30 minutes of time to change a few things out of that head, and it is a 50 watt amp. Okay, well, it's not a 50 watt, it's a 15 watt. But everyone keeps saying that it's much louder. They don't know how it's much louder. No one's an engineer. This guy isn't an engineer. So I don't know what they did as far as changing caps, changing transformers. I don't know what they did. But I had definitely enough people that were just like, get it, get it, get it. So I'm watching all these videos, and I think there's like just a handful where guys are kind of in that genre that I like. And I was just like, you know what, dude? So I reached out to this dude, and I'm like, hey, what's your best price today? We dickered back and forth a little bit, and I got a great deal on it. So I'm going to use my Kiesel Aries A6C, which is ash body, bare knuckle, something or other pickup, flame maple fretboard. You can see the flame, it's real pretty. Reverse headstock, Floyd Rose. And yeah, this is the MT15. So, super quiet. I have my Fort and Zool, not using the key. I'm literally just plugged from here into the Zool, from the Zool into the MT15. I have the gain set to 1 o'clock, treble at max, bass at max, mid at about 8 o'clock. And I have the volume, it's not even at 1. It's loud already. But the one thing everyone says is, it's 15 watts, but it sounds louder. Yo, you don't understand what that even means. I'm telling you now that this thing pushes as hard as a 50 watt all day long. It's just as loud as my EVH 5153 EL34 50 watt. That's a 15 watt. I'm not even at 1. I'm going to set it to 9 o'clock. 9, which you know on most 5, 10, 15 watt amps, 25 watt amps, when you're at 9 o'clock, it's relatively low. That's 9 o'clock. That is ridiculously loud. Yeah, I'm not going to go louder than that because it's ridiculous. Yo, it is ridiculously loud. If you have a 15 watt amp, I'm telling you, everything you've ever heard of people saying, and again, I don't understand it. Most people are like, I don't know how it's 15 watts and it's this loud. I'm sure some of you guys, if you're an engineer, if you have your EE degree, you can probably explain exactly what they did differently to suppress it from being 50 watts, as far as what components they decided to switch out, where the designer said that if he put in would be a 50 watt. Don't know what that means. I'm sure if I research it, I can find out. You know, I don't live too far from Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute, which is one of the top electrical engineering schools in the country. I'm sure I could just knock on the door. Hey, explain this shit to me right now. I need to figure out what the hell's going on. Yo, it's ridiculously loud. It's not noisy at all. So I have my Zool. I have my Zool set to 9 o'clock, which is ridiculous because even when I use the key, it's usually like at 10 o'clock. But yeah. For an amp and you love the EVH because this sounds a lot like the EVH. The difference is that it's about a $250, $300 difference between them, which means for the most part, if you want the EVH 5150 3 6L6 or EL34 used, you're going to pay about $650 used, $700 on the high end. This MT15 is just as amazing, just as good, just as loud, just as chuggish, just as heavy as the EVH, but you're going to be able to get that used for $500 or less. So there's more bang for your buck. If you need a bedroom, no, I can't. No, I was going to say, if you need a bedroom amp, you can get this. Oh shit, you can. Hold on one second. You can, because guess what? I just remembered. This thing, you can actually cut the wattage in half. So from 15 down to 7. I haven't used it like that yet, but let's try right now. Hold on. Please hold. Stand by. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Power. Switch from 15 to 7. Power. That toggle back there doesn't work. So I literally cut it down to 7 watts. It is super loud. I mean, there's a noticeable difference, but when I just cranked it up to 9 o'clock, it's still really loud. So this thing has two 6L6 power tubes. No, sorry. Two 6L6 power tubes and 6 12AX7 preamp tubes that creates the gain stage on this thing. So yeah, it's ridiculous. If you can get it used, try to find it for less than 500. You're going to absolutely love it. If you want bedroom levels, don't get it. Even at 7 watts, dude, it's ridiculously loud. But if you want something that you'll be able to take around with you that's portable, here's the one thing. As small as that thing is, which is smaller than my EVH, it's just as heavy, if not maybe a tad heavier. I should probably weigh them just to see. But that little bot, if anyone says that that's a lunchbox, crazy, son. That thing's super loud. That thing's just as loud as my Marshall JCM 800 2204. Can it chug? Come on, son. That's all I do. I get guys that are just like, you like the Chug Master. I'm really not, but, I think there are other guys that really are, but, I kind of know I like what I like, and I don't play clean, so I don't fuck with clean. Whatever. Watch some other channel if you want clean. All right, listen. Should you get the Paul Reed Smith MT15? Hell yeah. Yo, that thing chugs. And if that sound doesn't come across on this video, I'm telling you now, I feel like that is the best alternative. If you don't mind having an amp that you can take along with you, you don't mind it being kind of big, kind of heavy. This is different than doing the whole pedal format like my Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170 along with my KSR series or my Dietzel Herbert pedal. That's super portable. This is the next best thing, super loud. And just as insane, just get yourself a 212 or a 412 cabinet and you're golden. So I'm actually going to do more tests with it because a few people were like, yo, that amp sounds amazing with a Marshall 1960, and I think I have like 4 Marshall 1960 cabinets. But I also have a Bogner Ubercab 412 that's X pattern, which has a V30 at, let's just say, 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And then the other cross pattern is the Celestion G12T75, right? So there's that X pattern, and so it's kind of having a Mesa on one end and a Marshall 1960 cabinet on the other. It's just the best of the two of them. So I'll actually make more videos using those cabinets and trying to make a comparison just to see which cabinet sounds the best with it, or how I had to adjust it differently using my low end or bottom end sounding Mesa rectifier that has just V30s in it. So, hey, listen, if you guys haven't subscribed, click right here. That way you can see the other videos using the different cabinets. And I got to play with some of them. I'm waiting for a few other things. So, bunch of surprises coming down the pike, you kids. All right, listen, subscribe if you haven't. If I've made you laugh at least once, hell yeah, absolutely. That's what I love doing. More than anything, these are fun videos for me. That's, I just think they're funny. I think they're awesome. I look, sometimes I'll watch my videos and I'm just like, yo, I'm such a clown. What the fuck? But then guys are like, yo, you're funny, dude. Like, what's his name? I forgot his name. Is it Michael? So I forgot who it was. And he's just like, yo, did you just say Tone Loc? I was like, hell yeah, dude. Old school. You know what I mean? So, all right, but listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit it. And thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I'm nearing 700 subscribers, which, believe it or not, bro, to me, I'm just some kid from Brooklyn just buying shit and just making little videos. 700 might as well be 70 million. Like, to me, that's just so much. So thank you, you guys for watching, and I hope I continue to make you guys laugh. And yes, get the Paul Reed Smith MT15. And as usual, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.